Welcome to your daily focus for July the 8th, 2021. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I love you. I send it right back to you. Absolutely. Okay, we'll start with the numerology, the 8 energy. The 8 energy is about our courage, our strength, maybe utilizing it, maybe learning more about it. We really have to walk with a sense of integrity. Okay, we have to be completely trustworthy in our actions and our words. We have to remain true to ourselves, but with the strength, with the courage. So chances are, today is a day where we could meet a potential challenge or a struggle. Because we have to summon our courage. We have to summon our strength. We have to stand in our truth. We have to stand in our integrity. If we do the numerology of the day, it's a 20. Now, a 20 energy is... it's making decisions, and maybe many decisions. They could be a bunch of little decisions. But you're making decisions based on just not emotion, not on whim. We're really delving deep, or we should delve deep. We should investigate. We should really think about the pros and cons of our decisions today, no matter how small they are. The 20 energy is seeing where we're going. It's standing there with our hands on our hip, our cape flying behind us, and standing there and imagining where we're going and having the focus on those things. And we don't want to jeopardize it by growing a story too big or, taking on too much. That could be something today. When we don't think about our decisions and we say, sure I can, sure I can, sure I can. You're like, what did I do to myself? Why do I have all of this? I didn't have time for this. Why did I say yes to that? And you know you can't go back now. If you do, what will they think of you? They'll never ask you to do another thing again. So it's really thinking about, it's sweating the small stuff today, guys. And really thinking about it, not judging a book by its cover, There was a time in my life when I was hiring people, and everybody told me not to hire this one young kid. His parents were bad news, and, he hasn't even been with his parents for on and on and on it went. And I heard this from all kinds of sources, he drinks, he parties, don't want to hire this kid. But I met him, and I interviewed him, and I liked him, so I hired him. And he ended up being one of my best employees. Years, he finally departed, and he went out to see the world. He came back, asked me for a job, instantly rehired him. Of course I did. Because I didn't judge the book by the cover. Everybody told me that, the reviews were bad, okay? So usually you read the reviews and you're like, nah, not for me. But it's for somebody because it's out there. So don't just dismiss it lightheartedly today. Think it through. Investigate. Trust your intuition, yes, but also your sage wisdom. Don't act, out of a restlessness. Oh, we had the High Priestess try and jump out there, guys. That's a good sign. We have the Sun in Cancer, and the Moon, I believe, moves into Cancer this morning. So while we're eating breakfast, after breakfast, just before lunch, somewhere in there, the Moon will move into Cancer and get ready for our new moon. But we are still in full moon energy, which means this is not the day to start something new. If you can actually hold off on kind of making any kind of decisions, financial decisions, love decisions, especially, hold off on those decisions, okay? Really think it through. This is not a time to snap into action. When that new moon comes and it arrives at our doorstep, that is the time when we can start to walk forward. We have up till then to think it through. So take the time. You may get more clarity, understanding, awareness. Something might happen that changes everything. It could be we're just craving a change. So don't be reckless right now and just do something spontaneous to have a change, because you'll regret it. It's a time to sit back. It's a time to think. We have the full moon energy. We have the 20 energy. Even the 2 energy is about making decisions. And decisions, we look within with the 2 energy. We ask ourselves the hard questions. We already know the truth inside. We already know the decision we're going to make most times. Figure that one out. Okay. Look at this, the 5 of Pentacles. Wow, we're beating ourselves up. We're not giving ourselves time. We're not allowing for the energy we need. We're thinking it's too hard. Remember, we should be able to have this potential challenge, conflict, struggle in our lives today. And it could make us second guess ourselves. It could make us question our next steps. So you haven't run out of time. It's not too late. Every day is a new beginning. So do you throw in the towel, or do you stand up straight and strong and stand in your truth and go forward with what you know and believe to be true? You know, maybe we're not feeling grounded, or we're not feeling in balance, and that's okay. It's all right to feel those things. It's all right to be in those things. We usually are. Okay, true balance. I mean, you know, namaste and everything, but my goodness, we're working on it, but we're human. We're not going to get it perfect. We're not. Chances are, I mean, we could find ourselves on a mountaintop somewhere and just, living in perfect harmony and peace. But chances are, day-to-day things come up and it throws us off balance. And just when we think we're getting in balance, something else happens and turns our attention and our focus there. But we need to know what the energy is around us so that we can tap into it to have those successes, to not miss those energies. Now, this energy is definitely one where we'll feel a struggle, a challenge. It could be an internal one, it could be an external one. In some way, in some form, in some fashion, you're ready to throw in the towel. We don't even realize the door of abundance is directly behind us right now, that we are actually sitting on the threshold of it, that it's a mere feet away from us, steps away from us. We just need to keep going. We need to stand strong. We need to reaffirm that belief in ourselves, that strength in ourselves. We have the King of Wands. Now, the King of Wands says, let's just get to it. He's not one on formalities, so maybe we just need to go with the flow a little bit more. Maybe we don't need to do all this prep work in order to just take the next step. That we're actually using that prep work as the procrastination to not take that step. Maybe we don't need all that we think we need. Maybe we can slim it down. Maybe we can make those steps a little smaller and more manageable. And have some fun doing it. Stop being so tense that you've got to meet this deadline and this goal. And, enjoy life. Take a deep breath. Be in the moment. And then roll up your sleeves and just take the next step. It doesn't have to be ginormous, but it has to be yours. So this card tells us that sometimes we stand a little bit too much on formalities. and the way it's supposed to go and the flow you're supposed to follow and the order and the pecking order. And this card says just, take the steps that you can take right now. Don't worry about all that other stuff. When it's time, you'll have the answers. Just start doing something. And the King of Swords, oh my goodness, we could step on toes without even realizing it. There is a chance here where we'll get so hyper-focused on where we're going and whatnot that we turn a blind eye to the world, and actually we create the hostile situations in our life by not caring, by not opening up to compassion, understanding of how your actions, your words might affect another person. And is it the outcome you want? So do not be rash today. Do not take risks. Take a step back. As much as you want change to come into your life, and you're feeling the new moon energy, absolutely. You want change to come into your life. You want to get out there and you want to plant those seeds. But I tell you, where I live, you plant those seeds a day too soon, you're going to get frost that night and all your plants will die. So you do not want to jump the gun. Okay, I had to pause the video. I don't usually do that, but that was a call that should have come in an hour and a half ago, and I was kind of holding my breath about it, and I thought, well, I'll sit down with you guys, and that'll take my mind off the phone not ringing when it should have, and then it came through. So I do apologize, and I don't even know where I was, except that we were either finished talking about this or I was in the middle of talking about it. But we have to... We may have difficulty digesting certain parts of the knowledge that comes to us today, the wisdom that comes to us today. And the first instinct is that's different. That's not what we're thinking about, and push it away. Okay, invite that in. Okay, if the struggle shows up, then say, hey, you want to fight? I'm ready. Okay, it's like the devil shows up and says, you'll never survive the storm. You look the devil in the eye and say, I am the storm. So that's what today can be. But know that, if you look the devil in the eye and say those things, is one thing. But if you say it to your next door neighbor, they might get a little squeamish with you. So we want to have the right tone. We want to have the right dialogue. We don't want to get frustrated in trying to communicate things. We don't want to raise tensions ourselves unwittingly, and this card is one that does raise tension. I mean, we can get hyper focused in many energies. This card is fabulous, but I would almost read this almost like an upside down kind of energy here because of the skies, because of the numerology. That we can go forward and definitely have a focus on our future, but we can't forget that we are walking among other people. Our relationships, our friendships, our associations, our partnerships, our co-workers, our communities. So we have to be careful and we have to be cautious. We have the King of Wands sitting there going, come on, let's just get to work. But we have to be cautious when we start to get that focus, that we are using it, we are channeling it to make improvements in our life, to make the path easier to walk. Okay, let's get... a mantra card. I do apologize for the interruption. I don't think in 7 or 8 years that I've been doing this I've ever done that, but I was holding my breath. I was a little anxious. Everything's good. It was short and sweet and to the point, and that's all I needed. And I'm human and I don't edit, so that's what happened. Okay. Our mantra card. They needed a good shuffle by the feel of them. And we have with us opportunity knocks. Go for it. Okay, opportunity knocks. Opportunity knocks, but we must remain grounded and really think it through. Okay, just because opportunity knocks doesn't mean it's going to expire in 4 hours. You can take the night, you can think about it. You're going to walk into new moon energy. The time to make decisions. The time to embrace your tomorrow. So when opportunity knocks, this is a day to ask the questions, investigate, make sure that you are saying yes to the right things and saying no to the right things as well. Opportunity knocks, though. Yeah. There'll be things coming in your path today then. And you'll be like, I want to do that now. And you show back up the next day and you find out you're fired because they saw you in the parking lot take off. Okay. So, new opportunities are coming your way, brilliant ideas, educational possibilities, new friends, expanding your potential, and opening yourself up to greater possibilities. Be a good team player. You have good reason to feel proud of your achievements and attitudes towards yourself and others. Embrace any new endeavor with a raw creative energy. It's time to dazzle yourself and stretch your wings and fly. I think yesterday I imagined you guys as a butterfly, exercise those wings. So it's time to dazzle yourself. It's time to stretch your wings and fly. It's time to dazzle yourself, to wow yourself, to say, I did that, I said that, I thought of that, I made that decision, I made that choice. Dazzle yourself. I am open to new possibilities to expand my potential. There's your mantra for today. I am open to new possibilities. I am open to new possibilities to expand my potential. So it doesn't say we're going to jump into the opportunity. We're saying, hey, there's a possibility here to a brand new tomorrow. And think it through. Don't be too hasty in your actions. Follow the energy correctly, and you could, and it's not to say it's a bad idea, but it's not to say it's a good idea either. So think it through. Does it really align with your truth? And yes, you're probably going to have to bring out your courage. You're probably going to have to bring out your strength. You're going to have to go within deep and pull that out. And know that you've got this. Know that you are the storm. Okay. Pardon me. Let's get a little animal here. That was a weird little cut. Oh my gosh. Okay. Look at this. Partners. It has been about relationships. A lot of the energy has been about relationships. Especially yesterday. So we have partners here. We have the seahorse. Sea star. Seahorse. So love, partners, foundation, balance, relationship, and safety. And I guess it is about relationships because we do have that warning, to make sure that we're not stepping on other people's toes, that we're not charging through with no care or thought about anybody else and how it will affect them. Definitely not the way to walk the energy right now. Love, partners, foundation, balance, relationship, and safety. Love is composed of a single soul inhabiting two bodies. If you've chosen Seahorse, this is a time for you to look closely at the relationships around you. If you are currently with a love partner, it is time for you to rekindle your passion and explore new ways to build on your foundation. Safety and security is important for you, and Seahorse offers protection, love, and safety so that you can continue on your journey. If you're single, it's important that you restore a balance that's missing within you in order to attract the right person. Like attracts like. Be the type of person that you want to be in your life. Unlike humans, it's the male seahorse that carries the babies. So this could be an imbalance between your male and female energies. Or it could be within the workplace. It could be within a love relationship. It could be within the community. But there's an imbalance between male and female energies. Everybody's caring and loving, but nobody's willing to roll up their sleeves and go to work, or everybody wants to work and they don't even care what the end result really looks like. or that it's a mixture of the harmony of the love for what you are doing, the passion for what you're doing, and doing the work and bringing it together and creating something new and magical and wonderful. If you're thinking of beginning your own business, this is a wonderful time, but you must not go it alone. A partner is needed to help you with the balance, and you may be the creative type, then you will need someone to ground you in regards to finances or vice versa. There's a message that a loved one, a male energy that has crossed over, may be coming through, and it will be a message of peace and love. Ancient Europeans believed that the seahorse carried the souls of the deceased sailors to the underworld. Seahorses offered the sailors protection on their journey as they went to meet their destiny. And it's now time for you to embrace your destiny. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.